What's going on, guys? Commander here, and welcome to a sort of new, different video that I just wanted to do for a bit of fun. Now, I am very often a sort of person that goes around like Discord or like my college or my family or whatever, and just help people with problems they have with their PCs. So like a broken computer, the operating system's not working properly, tablet's not working, phone's not working, laptop's not working, whatever. I'm normally quite good at trying to fix things. And very often, what I see when I scroll around eBay, especially eBay, is people whose computers, who are selling their computers for relatively cheap, like 20, 50, 12 quid even, that are classed as the category of spares or repairs. Now, what I want to do is some computers, I did this with laptops, I didn't really get anywhere. But what I want to do is I want to try and search on eBay spares and repairs PC desktops and see what we can find and see if we can self-diagnose them without having to buy them, like we can do on PC Building Simulator. Although PC Building Simulator is very obvious in what it is because it's already programmed that way to be like, oh, it's blatantly obvious what it is. But in a real life scenario, it is very much different, as we've discovered in recent videos. But so I want to go and do this just to see. So we're on eBay at the moment, and I just want to see if what we can find, as this class of spares or repairs, we can actually like diagnose, or I can diagnose just by looking at what they've found. Now, as we can see here, I have been playing about. Like, I've looked at these three PCs. These ones I didn't find too much on. I did look at this one though, which I was quite surprised at. It's classed as old desktop gaming PC spares or repairs. 4 parts are not working. Now, just looking at the description for what I looked at, it doesn't seem too bad. Now, this is what I looked at. I looked at this processor, and you can't really make it too out. It's an AMD FX. It looks like an FD835. It looks like £27. It's a bidding thing, so auction. But if you scroll down, it says conditions for parts are not working, so they don't actually know. So it could be a gaming PC that you get for like, well, I suppose £13 postage, but let's say I put it at £37, let's say, £13 postage. I could be getting a gaming PC for about like 50 quid. Put a dedicated GPU in there, I'll probably be all right. Or an SSD maybe. But looking at this, it says condition for parts not working. Not my sort of thing, so don't mean of any testing components. So she doesn't actually know if there is anything wrong with it. All parts appear to be used, including found in the box. Yes, fair enough. Processor says AMD FD835.0. So if I copy and paste this, or just search this into Google, it's an AMD FX 8350 Black Edition CPU. If we go to Amazon, I'm not sure if it seems like I had a brief look at this before I started recording this video. It seems like a very old type CPU. I mean, FX CPUs are ancient anyway, but it's a 4 GHz CPU, which I was quite interested by. It's an 8-core 4 GHz CPU. Now, I'm not sure what they are retail wise. Let's go on eBay and see how much people are selling them for. See, look at this. I mean, this is on eBay.com, but $44. I'll put up on the screen now what that is in Great British pounds for anybody who's interested. Like, for me, like, I'm quite interested. I know it's got 27 minutes, but I'm not going to buy it. Just looking for reference purposes. But somebody's selling that CPU for 44 quid, and I could be buying the PC with that CPU in it for less than just over what the price of the CPU would be. So I find it interesting how many people like don't know what they're trying to sell. I mean, head to sat on my cupboard for the past few years, so it's quite old. Clear means must go. Yeah, that's fine. But I do find it interesting, like how people don't understand what they're chucking out. Like this, I spend quite a bit of time, like every now and again. Well, I don't spend a lot of time anyway, but every now and again, I do spend a bit of time on FreeCycle. So if anybody doesn't know, who's not in the UK, I'm not sure if it is outside of UK based. But it's where people give away all their old tatty stuff that they don't want. And very often, I mean, I've never done it, but I know people who have done it. Most people have very often got like PCs or laptops or even like just printers or anything. People are giving away for free because they think they're broken. And all it requires is, let's say for a printer, just the ink cartridge need changing, or a PC, just a hard drive needs replacing. It's simple things that people don't realise. And somebody's giving away like a £200 PC for free just because the hard drive's knackered and they don't know how to fix it. I find that really, really intriguing. I don't know why. But anyway, if we go into the search bar and put desktop, PC, spares, or repair. Learn how to spell. There we go. Let's go Intel text. Is that the same one as up here? It looks like it. Let's go open a new tab. Let's see what we've got here. So let's go into the description. Dell PC, unsure if password protected. Data may need erasing. No reason monitor included. Computer does turn on. So again, spares or repairs. There's no. So we could be buying. How much is this going to cost us? 45 quid. So let's just look in. Let's look at the photo. So it's got a Core i5 in it, right? DVD drive, which is box standard. CPU, cooler, and heatsink. So we could be getting a relatively good, like, i5 based computer. So let's just put this into Google and see what we can find. A minute. See what the specs would be on this. i5 4590, 3.3 gigahertz. Let's put this in, see what CPU we get out of here. I think it's a quad core. Yeah, so we get a quad core CPU at 3.3 gigahertz for £45. You know, that just, do you see what I mean when I say that perplexes me? Now, how much they're not actually available on to buy off Amazon. You buy them from sellers, but that's just refurbished and whatnot. But somebody selling like a quad core i5 CPU that's perfectly well for gaming for 45 quid. Like, if we just look inside it a minute, let's get these inside photos a minute. Like, all you need to do is just rearrange a few things, stick an external graphics card in there, and you would be absolutely fine to rock and roll. I mean, even so, the integrated graphics could probably run a few basic games in it, you know, and you just maybe just a bit of cable management to just resorting things out. You'd be ready to rock and roll with it for gaming. 45 quid for a machine, and they don't even, and judging by the look of it, it's not even like, it isn't even broken, and they're selling a quad core i5 for quad core i5 PC for 45 quid. You know, unsure password protect, but that would go no, unsure password protector. Well, that would go along the lines of reinstall on Windows 10. You'd be perfectly fine. 32 gigabytes type PC. Processor type Intel Core i3, even though on the picture it says i5, unless I was mistaken. No, Core i5. So they don't even know what, it's really interesting how people's like not knowings of how PCs work will lead them to sell something for that price. It's really quite interesting. And that's what I just looked at. Somebody sent a load of these. You can see the ones that have been bought in bulk, like not working off of like manufacturers like Dell and whatnot, because they sell them exactly the same thing every single time. Well, this one's a seller on 440. Let's see what. This desktop boots to the BIOS, but has not been tested further. The hard disk and OS are not included. The desktop overall is in fair condition, being sold for special repairs with no reserve. See PC picks in condition. Okay, so I mean, this one I can understand why they're selling it so cheap, because it's got a seller on 440 in it. But again, even just getting that working, it's just a case of sticking the hard drive in there. I mean, from what how they describe the PC, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what's wrong with it, and they know from how much they're selling it for that is the correct price tag for it, and just looking for somebody who just wants a PC just to buy it and sell it off. So that's not necessarily ignorance, but it's because these company ones where people buy them in bulk and then sell them off, because people just buy these broken ones in, take what they want out and just sell them off to people. It's these ones that I find really interesting, the ones that like the general public sell, that have had them for a while, leave them in storage and just ship them off for however much. Right, what's this? Lenovo H3005 desktop PC. So we've got an AMD A8 6410 here. Faulty spares or repairs. Let's go into the description and see what we can find. This machine came as part of a company trade-in. Upon test, we found this machine will not boot. Powers on there turns off at Lenovo screen. Possible motherboard fault. Due to this and the missing mains adapter, no further testing was taken. Hard drive and RAM have been removed. Right, okay. Due to condition of scratch mark to result, then a bomb. Right, okay, so they actually know what's wrong with it. So, oh, right, so this is useful. So it's got a processor in it. A8 6410, whatever. Memory removed, hard drive removed. See, these are the people that you know are actually like legit and know what they're doing. You know, and they're selling it for like a reasonable-ish price. Especially because they're using companies like DPD and Royal Mail. Because they've actually taken out, they're actually smart enough to take out the bits that work. It's got a Radeon R5 graphics in it. That's useful. And a and a 2 USB 3s and USB 2. That's useful. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's a bit expensive for what I would pay for it, but you know, because by the time you've put like what is in it? Like, there's no memory, there's no hard drive, because they've taken that both out. Maybe motherboard needs replacing as well. And what you need to do is you need to get it, check the compatibility. You need to go in and test the different products, and because you don't know what parts are in it, you would be there for ages. And by the time you've put all the parts in, it's going to be way more than, like, you may as well just buy yourself a new PC anyway. So really, that's not really worth the money paying for it. Calling Master PC spares or repairs. What have we got here? This is exactly the same. Again, Intel Core i3, they just copy and paste it. Then this is a custom build. Oh my god, what have we got here? Oh, I do love when people don't take care of their PCs. Oh my god, look at this. Right, so that's a really, like, old classic graphics card. That's a Titan something. That looks like the logo for, ROG. Don't know, RGB fan. 2 mechanical hard drives. That cable management. I thought my cable management was bad. Christ. Yeah, no, not really much more I could do with that. 65 quid, it's a bit much. I don't even know what the specs are. You won't even tell me. Which is slightly irritating. You know, Intel Core i3, I could probably believe that, because considering it's the exact same spec as, exact same description as what it was before, and it's the same by the same same guy as well. Yeah, no, not too convinced by that, but Acer Aspire TC105. The ones that you find more interesting, the ones that people are selling for like 17 quid, because these are the people who actually don't know what they're doing. Even though this is a second-hand Sussex again. Same description, yes, exact same description. Intel i3. Can we get the insides? Okay, this is a bit more respectable. Yeah, old, like, classic off computer. Again, a really, like, naffy graphics card. But again, like, if I knew how to... Let's put this Acer Aspire TC105. What CPU's in one of these? Let's see. AMD A10 6700. Right, what are these? Again, they're really old CPUs. It's a quad core 3.7 GHz. So, in all fairness, again, with this one, all you would need to do is simply just stick in a dedicated, like, upgrade the graphics card, maybe upgrade the RAM if necessary, but I don't know what that RAM actually is. It looks like that looks like either 4 or 8 gigs, judging by the actual architecture of the RAM. But all you really need to do is maybe change up the RAM, but change the graphics card to, let's say, like a 1050 or 1050 Ti, depending on how compatible the PCI Express slot is, and you'd be good to go. That PC would be good to go, and that's 17 quid. Yes, it's 850 postage, and how long has that got on it? 3 days. So that'll probably go like £25. You got yourself a nice, like, relatively simple gaming rig on that. Yeah, because again, for, like, AMDs, you know, A10s, they are good, because quad core at 3.7 GHz, that's not bad. It's not bad for a CPU. Not at all, it's not. Right, let's see, what else have we got here? That's a all-in-one desktop computer, no, not interested. Dell XPS, that's £48. Again, second-hand Sussex. Same description, exact same description. Exact same stuff here. Don't even know what he's talking about. Well, what we got here? That looks like the exact same one as the one I just looked at. So this has got all 4 slots of RAM sword. Yeah, no, not too particularly interested in that. Interesting. Computer tower spares or repair. Let's see what this one is. This is just parts only, so for parts not working, let's just have a look at the description. Wasn decided last year he was going to build his own computer tower. He spent about 1 week adding bits and then gave up. I have no idea about computer towers, but I'm sure it must be of use to somebody. So, when they say only for parts or not working, they don't actually know. Oh, Christ. I mean, personally, like, for me, I would use that for spares because, like, there's a lot of stuff in here, like, that I probably wouldn't make any use of. Like, that graphics card I wouldn't make any use of. That, I assume, considering the state of the graphics card, the CPU is probably not much better. But the case itself is alright. The case itself actually looks pretty good, considering. But, you know, maybe you have a nice, like, hard drive in, like, a 500 gig hard drive or something like that. But, like, I would not ever use a power supply, but it doesn't look like it's broken. That looks like it's been well working on. I mean, the cable management's a bit shocking, but yeah, no, I could reuse that case and then just sell off the old bits once I know what's in them, but I'd expect that one's 100% actually working, really. Yeah, I don't know. What else have we got? Time tower PC. Spares or repair. Okay. Time tower PC. Spares or repair. Overheated at fan. Been in shed for over years. Case is good. Spares or repair. Okay. So what we got? So we got hard drive capacity is terabyte, 120 gig SSD, Windows 10, processor speed 4 GHz. So I'm interested in what the processor is. It's more than likely. I'm gonna come to something in a minute. I just noticed something. Hardware connectivity: USB 2, HDMI, USB 3, VGA, USB 1, micro USB-C. That's actually quite a relatively new. Looking at the case, like, that seems like a really old PC. Now that must have been worked on, because if these specs are right, 8 gigs of RAM, if these specs are right, then that's been tampered with inside, because that has got like a Windows XP with an AMD Athlon components in it, so that's been tampered with. Not that it's a problem, but that's why you've got to be careful with buying stuff on eBay, because if you look at the cases, it was bought with Windows XP and an AMD Athlon CPU in it, and I know that for definite that one, it says Windows 10 on it, but also I know AMD Athlons do not go up to 4 GHz even overclocked. And also, considering how old it actually looks, it's probably been bought as a pre-built, but HDMI wasn't around when XP was a thing. Nor was USB-C, definitely, because USB-C's only been around for the last couple of years, as of recording this video. Model gaming PC, dedicated graphics, you won't get that in a pre-built system just like this. Has it? Let's have a look and see if we can just let's Google it and see what we can find. Time Tower PC. Just get the entire thing's worth of. Yeah. It's just that it's like an old classic one. £10 though, but considering 8 gigs of RAM, you know, assuming that's DDR4, I mean, if that's DDR3, that's more than the RAM's worth in itself. You know, it doesn't actually tell you, but I just noticed it says so processor type is an Intel quad core, but the brand is AMD. Now, how does that work? That's why you've got to be very, very touchy when you look at computer listings, especially for people who don't know what they're doing, because you could get, like, I mean, considering it's only a tenner, it doesn't really matter, because, like, for what the PC is worth, it's probably worth about a tenner anyway, but if you're, let's say, spending like £25-30 on this, well, it's about 20 quid plus postage and packaging, but if you look at it, you could be getting Windows XP with an AMD Athlon, but you could be getting a terabyte hard drive with a 120 gig SSD. Dedicated graphics is used for gaming apparently, but the CPU is a little bit like rough spec, and it could be DDR2 8 gigs, so you don't know. That's why you gotta be careful when buying things off of like second-hand sites, because you could be getting some like a bargain, or what looks like a bargain is the way it's been advertised, but it could be end of the road like crap basically.